Hi, this is Sarah Russell, and I'm just introducing myself here, telling you a little bit about who I am, what I do professionally, and a little bit about how I came to do what I do. So, um, I've been a functional nutritional therapy practitioner since 2013. I graduated from the Nutritional Therapy Association, and before that, I was teaching full time at the University of California, Berkeley, where I had also previously earned my PhD in Italian studies, studying Renaissance, medieval and Renaissance Italian literature and culture, as well as law, medieval and Renaissance law and history. I wrote a multidisciplinary doctoral dissertation on the topic of coercion versus consent to sex and marriage in at the intersection of actual legal case history, prescriptive law, and the short story tradition, and it was pretty cool. So, how did I get from there to nutritional therapy? I was at home with my son after he was born in 2011. He was born in August, and it was definitely a pretty intense time of my life, for sure. My sister had previously died just a few months before my son was born. She actually died when I was 1 month pregnant. And so it was definitely a year of a lot of upheavals. I was at home with him. I was recovering. And I was vastly unsupported by the people who were, quote unquote, supposed to help me. And it was through being, recovering at home from a C-section and not being able to go buy food and being completely dependent on other people who were not meeting my primary bodily needs while I was taking care of a brand new baby and just trying to do the best I could to take care of myself with very limited resources, in a culture where abundance was all around me. I just couldn't access it because of my temporary condition of vulnerability. I really came to appreciate how incredibly important it is to be well nourished as an individual. I was experiencing the joys of being able to nourish my baby, and at the same time, I was in this very paradoxical space where I was not in turn nourished. What that did was it opened my eyes to the importance of taking care of each other and of ourselves to the greatest extent that we possibly can. And while I was at home recovering and sort of resetting in many ways, I finally opened a book that my acupuncturist had told me to read when I was actually writing my dissertation, and I was way too busy to radically change my whole way of thinking about food and health. So I actually read through the book cover to cover, and I was on fire. The moment that I was healthy enough to go shopping again, I loaded up on healthy foods and started re-nourishing myself. And I decided that I was changing careers, that I was going to study nutritional therapy, and that I was, in particular, going to be helping parents-to-be and parents learn how to nourish their children. Now, in my private practice, I actually was very much called to do work in complex and chronic health conditions, which is another area that is very near and dear to my heart. I personally have a very interesting and complex health journey of my own, which has included a lot of incredible moments of healing and insight, and also moments where, you just have to deal with the situation that you have, because sometimes you just don't have control over certain circumstances in your health. All of the things that have happened to me in my life have made me a better practitioner and a more insightful person to the greatest extent that I possibly can be. So one of the things that I'm always trying to do is learn more without having this perspective of, without trying to be someone who is attempting to know all the things or to show off as someone who knows a lot. I think that what is a lot more important is just to learn from a place of humility, and to always know that there is a lot more that you don't know, and that you can't learn it all, and you don't, there's no need to even pretend that you do. I find that incredibly liberating, and I think that it's one of the greatest lessons that I in turn teach the people that I mentor. I have created 3 programs that fellow practitioners use in their nutritional therapy and holistic health practices. These are family building programs that span from preconception preparation for men and women through pregnancy support and postpartum care for mom and baby. And I'm incredibly proud of the work that I did in terms of the content, the program materials for the practitioners, and also for the end users, and the vast framework of support to the instructors who are part of the community of practitioners using these programs. Additionally, I provide mentoring to fellow nutritional therapy practitioners and other holistic health practitioners on both the clinical side through my case study toolkit group, which meets twice a month. It's a small group. I cap it at 5 participants, and we talk about case studies and network building. And that is also a place, a community that I use as a referral source for people who reach out to me for people who are looking for someone to help them in their holistic health journey. I do a lot of matchmaking, matching up practitioners with clients that they can support, and then I support the practitioners as they're supporting the clients through the specific scenarios that they're working through. Additionally, practitioners come to me because they want support with the current clients that they do have in their practice already. So that is one of the areas that I mentor in, just the practical day-to-day. How do I support my clients from a client-centered, individualized perspective, and at the same time without overloading myself, without burning out? So how do I take care of myself as a practitioner, my work-life balance, my network, making sure that I have a well-functioning referral network so that I can support myself as a practitioner. And so that is what I provide to people who sign up for the Case Study Toolkit group. Additionally, I also offer Foundations in Practice group, where I guide holistic health practitioners through a 4-week course that helps them with time management, money management, mindset work, and also network building. So this is an incredibly helpful bridge from whatever training you had into actually having a practice that functions, not only in terms of the systems that you have, but also in terms of your self-knowledge, who you are. My philosophy is quite simple. I think that it's incredibly important to cut through a lot of the just superficial marketing, sales, practitioner-centered stuff, where it is all about the practitioner's ego, and it's about selling yourself, and you're at the center, and you're essentially taught to use your clients as an instrument that because you need them. This is exactly the opposite of what I do. I teach you how to work from a place of integrity, from a client-centered, service-oriented model that helps you build in your integrity. So many people come to me very frustrated with the kind of dominant paradigm in our field, where we're taught to do some kind of like salesperson type of presentation of ourselves and the work that we do in order to attract clients based on their pain points. I find that to be a very heavy way of working. If you are a person with integrity who wants to serve people and help them, people get exhausted and they never actually start because they don't feel aligned with that model, and they just don't have the language to talk about what the problem is. And they certainly don't have the tools to solve that problem. So that is where I step in. So if you are looking for a framework that works for you, to fulfill your vocation and work to your potential within a framework that will not emotionally exhaust you because you are actually aligned with it, a framework of service where you also are serving yourself and taking care of yourself as a whole person. Because of course, how does it even make sense to serve clients while sacrificing your own well-being? That is completely illogical. So that is where I take over and help you build that for yourself. I basically have been through it all, as in my own life journey and in my journey as a practitioner. And I figured out a lot of the stuff on my own, and I'm super excited to share it with the practitioners who come to me for mentoring. So I hope that you will reach out and that we will connect. And so feel free to get in touch and let me know what it is that you're struggling with the most and how I can help you. I look forward to hearing from you.